What is up, boys? Another second channel video. I don't know. I don't talk about religion too much. It may not be too much of a surprise that somebody like me is an atheist. I actually used to be very religious, shockingly enough, especially during some of the worst, most evil years of my life. I was very religious. I was very afraid of going to hell for eternity, and I was a shockingly bad person. So, of course, I was like, well, there is there's a way to get out of this. And so I was volunteering in my church. I was always repenting, blah blah blah. I guess I wasn't actually repenting. I was just trying to do good works and see where it went from there. Anyway, point is, I was pretty religious. I am no longer religious. I don't think God really makes sense. But it doesn't mean that I don't sometimes catch myself praying. You know, whether because I've gone through some shit. I've gone through a lot. And sometimes during your darkest moments, you'll find yourself reaching out into the ether to something hopefully stronger than yourself to help you through it. And when I was much younger, I had an ex, now ex, then girlfriend, and I was talking to somebody I should not have been talking to. And I was fucking around like I should not have been. And my ex was real upset one night for some reason, unrelated actually. And I remember I dropped to my knees. I was very religious at the time. And I said, God, I was like, I need you to have her not have this information. I was like, I don't care what you got to do. I don't care how you got to do it. I was like, I will never in my entire life ever ask you for anything again. I was like, I need you to do this one thing and I'm done. This was like 9 years ago. Yeah, something like that. This is a long, long time ago. And I was like, yo, G-Man. I was like, I need you to wipe this shit. And she was upset for some other reason. And I remember the wave of relief that washed over me was insane. It's hard to describe, honestly. Now, the fact of the matter is, there didn't have to be a bearded man in the sky to stop her from having that information, right? I mean, she would have had to go through some crazy hoops to get it. It wouldn't have been impossible because she was kind of nuts, but it was possible, right? Like it was something she could have done. And after that, I never asked for anything again. I stayed true to my word. And to this day, even though I'm now an atheist, if I ever catch myself praying, I stop. And all I do is, if there is somebody up there, he gets a big thank you for the world he made. He gets a big thank you for me being me and me being alive and me being able to function in this world, for me being able to be strong and to have the gifts I have, to have the pain I have, the burdens I have, and the will to move forward. For me to have everybody I've ever acted with, to have every experience I've ever had. It doesn't really matter if he's good or evil, or the God people think he is, or the God he isn't, even if there is a God. At the end of the day, all we have are our two hands, right? We don't really want him, we don't really want him to do our shit. We want to have our two hands and our ability to make our mark on destiny, on the world. Point is, maybe this is one of the worst parts of me. I don't ask for help from anybody. I don't ask for help. Not from man, not from God, not from anybody. I consider that though. Man has agency over many people. Should you be praying for help? Probably not.